Show you guys how easy it is to beat 99.9% of people in the world and change your life and your family's life forever. You have to do one thing though. You have to follow each one of these instructions and be as disciplined as possible. Have you guys ever seen the movie Limitless? Bradley Cooper was the main character in the movie, and what it was about is this guy that was struggling with work, with his relationships. He was just a total loser. He took this pill that allowed him to access 100% of his brain. He immediately became smart, financially successful, better looking. Everything got better. And while we don't have that pill available today, at least that I know of, what you can do is do these simple actions that create the lifestyle that most people in the world don't have. Now, while we talk about all the time studying what the most successful people do, what they learned, and all that kind of stuff, sometimes we don't analyze what not to do from the other 99%. You can beat the bulk of the world by just simply doing very basic things. Let me give you an example. If you work out 3 to 5 times per week, think about how much more healthy, mentally fit, and better looking you're going to be than the rest of the world. You don't need to hire Arnold Schwarzenegger as your trainer. You don't have to spend all of this money. You can go out and get a $10 to $50 monthly membership, and suddenly, just with discipline, spending 30 to 60 minutes a day, become more healthy and more fit than almost every single human being on earth. You don't have to work hard. You don't have to do anything crazy. You only have to do that. The same thing goes through success. And I learned this through running and starting and building a successful business that's done over 50 million in revenue over the past few years. I've hired, trained, fired, recruited, everything you can imagine, over 300 different people. And it is one of the most intricate, challenging, and stimulating things you could ever possibly imagine, because it is a masterclass on psychology. So much so, I can meet a person and within 30 seconds, I barely have to even talk to you. I can almost tell you every single thing about what they are, who they are, what they're capable of doing in every aspect. Because humans follow consistent trends. They get the same information from the same websites, from the same social media accounts, and from the same people. They're very easy to figure out why they do what they do. So if I want to be the number one sales rep, or I want to be an incredible entrepreneur, or let's say that you want to make more than 99% of the world, you have to get the information and the skill sets that top 1% has. Let's talk about what they do have. Number one, they're incredible communicators. If every time you speak, you say, like, about, every 5 words, and you're not speaking articulate and clear, it's going to be hard to convey the message that you want to convey. It's going to be hard to properly and effectively communicate with other people. This takes practice, and you do not need to get a business degree to do this. You do not need to be in sales. You don't have to have an A-type personality or be an extrovert. You have to practice communicating with humans. So when you go to a restaurant, when you go to a bar, when you're in the lobby at the building that you work at, start practicing saying hello to people and asking them how their day is. And stop worrying about if they like you. Just be interested in them, listen, and be charming. And practice being charismatic. 2 is most people never read or pick up a book after they graduate high school or college. They stop learning. I noticed this after I dropped out of school and I started working for this company. And at the time, I was the youngest person in the organization at 22 years old. And by 23, actually right before I turned 23, about 2 months before I turned 23, I was the youngest regional sales manager in the company's history, running one of the top 2 sales teams in that entire organization, doing millions of dollars in revenue just in that specific market per month. How did I do this? I outlearned and outdeveloped all of the people around me. And I combined my communication skills and my interpersonal people skills, which are so important for moving up in the world. And I combined the information that I learned, my work ethic, and my communication skills, which helped me accomplish that goal and be more successful than people that are the same age as my parents or close to it. You can do the exact same thing. But when I was being successful and I was making over 10 grand a month in sales at the time, I didn't kick my feet up, brag to my friends, go party every single weekend. I would sit there every single day when I wasn't working and read a lot of the books that you see right behind me, right here. All these books, there's a bunch of them right below me. I would read books like this. And this is how you get the real life limitless pill. You can actually, this is so crazy to me that people just disregard all these things. With cell phones, with the internet, and with these incredible books from these unbelievable entrepreneurs, you have the ability to digest and basically download all of this incredible information that took these people decades to master these things. And you can learn these things for free or less than a meal at any restaurant in the area that you live in. Think about it. You could save 20 years of your life by learning information for less than what it takes to go get lunch in the middle of the day. And every single person you're competing against is pretty much not doing these things. They're not practicing their communication skills. They're not developing their health and focusing on what do they look like? How do you dress? How healthy are you? What are you reading? How are you developing? You simply have to out-develop people. So let's think about this, right? I'm no smarter than anyone, and I didn't come from money, so I didn't have someone that could write a blank check. How did I go from 22, sleeping on my mom's couch, broke, dropping out of school, and having no money, to building a multi-million-dollar company, and about 2 years later, self-funded with zero investors? Information. Now, I'm not telling you that you have to go do that same thing. But what I am telling you is you have an information gap. Every single person, including myself. If I want to scale to a 9-figure or 10-figure level, I have to learn new information, meet new people, and develop new skills that I currently don't have. If you make $50,000 a year right now, and you want to make $1 million or $100,000 or $500,000, you have an information gap. It's not because of where you're from or how rough your life was or whatever your sob story is, because we all got a sob story. It's because you are lacking resources and information that you need to learn how to get. You need to learn. And you can do this by seeking it. This sounds so simple. Oh, Grant, blah, blah, blah. Well, if you knew me 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, you would understand. So I want you to break down in the most simplistic form, half a page, maybe a little bit more, on what skill sets do you need to master to output the goals and targets that you have in your life, whether it's you starting a business, whether it's you getting promoted, becoming a top sales rep, going after a dream that you have, or simply just taking your life to the next level. I want you to go seek that knowledge for free. Or if you have to pay someone, you have to join a community, you have to read a certain book, do it. Invest in yourself. Because you can make more money, but you cannot make more time. And the longer you wait, the more the obligations you're likely going to have. The more kids, the more family involved, the more health things. If you're young, you're under 40, what are you waiting on? So start creating the version of yourself that is capable of producing and outputting the goals and targets that you actually want to accomplish. Okay, so if you guys like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm going to be uploading more of these. And if you guys want to develop yourself, I have put every single thing that I have learned over the last few years building and becoming a successful entrepreneur into my podcast, the Grant Mitt Podcast, and now I'm having some of the most successful business people in the world come on and literally just give you free information that will make you more successful. So if you guys want to check that out, the link is below. Also got a lot of different exciting things to help you guys develop and grow as well. Guys can check me out on all my social media channels at Grant Mitt. Other than that, I'll see you guys soon. Bye, guys.